will triumph with lots of love. Lots of love, lots of love, lots of love, lots of love.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Sukai Todd's Thoughts. I'm Sukai Todd. These are my almost 5 a.m. thoughts. As usual, these are all purely subjective. Take what you want, leave the rest. And if you're sensitive to people crying on YouTube, it's okay. You can click off. Nobody's going to be mad at you. Unless you leave a rude comment, then you're getting blocked. Just be aware of that. Okay. Petty has to always come through. But, okay, so I'm going to be reviewing slash sorta kinda analyzing. Not necessarily, projecting what I think the song is specifically for Twice, because I'm sure the members of Twice themselves definitely have their own interpretation of the song. And I imagine that to some extent, while there's a feeling of unity within the song and the lyrics, there's probably some, differing opinions within the members. At least I hope there would be some, well, I pray for their unity to my higher power, which we'll get into. I also want Twice as individuals, the human being members of Twice, the artists. I kind of don't like the word idol, but the idols, aka members of Twice, they do think for themselves, I hope. And that's not to disregard their unity as 9 members, but just thought I'd say that. And that's not to hate on any South Korean culture either, so please don't start with that. Thank you. Okay, so I recently watched this video, like, almost 2 hours ago, of Wendigo? I don't know how to say his name, but he's on YouTube. He's being canceled for whatever reason. I don't really care, because that's not what this video is about. But it was about his analysis and review of Milton's Paradise Lost, which for any religious dorks or non-religious dorks, or just people who are fascinated by the ideas that are brought up in Milton's Paradise Lost, whichever side you fall on, because there are different interpretations of it. And after seeing him, get so emotional about the idea of what love is. And mind you, I made a video much earlier this year, like mid-January, and to be honest, I don't think I fully believed what I said. I don't think I had the confidence to say what I said, to stand by what I'm saying right now, so just keep that in mind. Excuse me. And it was such a heavy time, such a huge transition. It was difficult the first part of the year, especially really Thanksgiving 2023 to January 2024 was quite an interesting time. And I believe January or February, around that time, Twice's I Got You came out, of course. And I know One Spark came out like Valentine's Day, so that I can't remember. But something about the lyrics of I Got You, and again, personal interpretation only, and foreshadowing. There's going to be some motivational, quote-unquote, stuff at the end, so again, take what you want, leave the rest. Just be kind to one another, please. Hearing the lyrics really changed me. Because in 2023, despite the amazing movies that came out, and some of the great music that came out, because those are two of my coping mechanisms, I felt like the idea that I had of God abandoned me. It wasn't even the comical, comedic, hilarious. No, it was. I went through so many, just like a lot of other people, mind you, but I went through so much hell that year. And the icing on the top of the hellish cake was, I won't name her, but I lost a family pet, a family member, a furry family member, and I am, excuse me, it's hard. It's just really hard. Because she, along with the member that I love now, that I still have, and her sister, who is also, you know, where all dogs should be, which is in heaven. They had me. They had me like no other person in my family did. They were the representation of hope I had. And when I lost my girl, who had been with me for almost 16 years, won't name her out of love, I think my faith died when she did. Because she didn't deserve what happened to her. Neither did I. I'm so sorry if this is hard to listen to. I'm so sorry. And I do have a therapist, so don't worry. But when I heard Twice as I Got You for the first time and I saw the music video, I was bawling. It was like the first glimpse of, and again, I'm spiritual but not religious, so just keep that in mind. I don't believe in the fundamentalist version of God. I don't even know what God is right now, to be honest. Little plug here. I wrote a little short story inspired by Harlan Ellison and Wally, which that movie means a lot to me. And I'll post the link for that below if you want to get into some existential crises of your own. So yeah, but dark humor, huh? But I thought that Twice could lead me back to Christ, and I'm not gonna say in this video or even in the title if that's what it is, because I still don't know. Because I felt like Christ, if he is male, which I still question that to a certain extent, if there is a male deity called Christ, he was trying a little too hard with what messages he was sending me. And the thing is, I don't not believe in a higher power. I do. But I think the higher power is much more feminine and hopefully feminist. So take that as you will. Take that as you will take it, or leave it as you will leave it, either way. But hearing Twice sing those lyrics, something about it felt, for lack of a better term, heaven sent. But also heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Because the only semblance of what I thought was unconditional love was gone after 16 years. But she sent me this great song. I'm sorry. Excuse me. But the message that I got from I Got You, let's just get to the main point already, is that my interpretation, and love is a nebulous concept, I know, but love will always have you if you want to be a loving person. Love will always be there, even in grief. To quote Vision, what is grief if not love persevering? What is hope if not grief evolving? Don't even ask me where that came from. But you're free to quote it as long as you hashtag the one and only Sukai Todd on Instagram. No. Anyway, I try to cope, okay? But my point of this is that you're not alone. Even if it's through the simple enjoyment of a pop song, which I mentioned this in my previous Twice related video. But you're not alone. You're not. And even if this is just a stupid message to myself, at least I have it. I don't know if I will find the loving father figure of Christ that's in the Bible. I don't know if that being even exists. And I still am not sure right now. But what I do know, and what I can say with some amount of confidence, is that love is truly the most powerful force in the world. Now, that's not to discount all the atrocities in life and in the world. But whoever needs to hear this, the love you have for people and for yourself is not wrong. Something is keeping you alive today. And whatever that is, it's got you. I've got you. You've got me. We'll make it through like we always do.